Okay, so here's the problem for skill 1. Graph y is equal to x squared as the parent function. Then vertically dilate the graph by a factor of 2, vertically shift the graph by 3, and horizontally shift the graph by -4. Finally, write the new function. So this is what the equation y is equal to x squared looks like. It's just the basic parabola, starting with its minimum at 0, 0, and then you just plug in values to x for x to get y. The first thing that I did to the graph was performed a vertical dilation of 2. And what this did is it stretched the graph so that for every x value that you put in, your y value is going to be 2 times larger than it was in the parent function. So if I were to plug in 1 to the equation that we're going to find at the end, your y value would be 2 instead of 1. Now normally the next step would be performing the reflections for the graph, but since the question didn't mention anything about reflections, my next step was doing a vertical shift by 3. And all this did is it took the minimum point and it just moved it up on the y-axis 3, so that the new minimum point is at 0, 3 instead of 0, 0. So the last thing that I did is I did a horizontal shift to the left 4. And so all this did is it took the minimum point that was at 0, 3, and it moved it to the left 4 so that it was now at -4, 3. My graphs obviously weren't perfect since they were graphed by hand, so this is just the computer version of the graphs, so it's a better representation. So this is the final equation for the graph, which is y is equal to 2 parentheses x plus 4 squared plus 3, where the 2 accounts for the vertical dilation, the x plus 4 accounts for the horizontal shift, and the plus 3 accounts for the vertical shift.